At High Country Linen's paper and cleaning supply outlet, we've got you covered. We have
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. The white team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh. It looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's gonna get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
We're back here courtside to reset things as the boys, Jackson Bronx, get ready to take on the Green River Wolves. These two teams have seen a lot of each other this season. Jackson has beaten Green River twice, the only team that they've swept a season series from. We're in the losers bracket by virtue of Jackson Bronx loss heartbreaker last night in a game that, well, I think they let get away, and this feels like a confidence thing anymore, even.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it, I'm sure, later on, but this feels like 100% mental game right now for Jackson. They know they're the better team. They know they can go out and get this win. It's just they have taken some lumps the last 2 weeks. The 11-point loss to Evanston, which apparently that Evanston team may be better than a lot of people are giving them credit for.
It might be.
After that win over Cody last night, which is the hottest team in the West. And now a 20-point loss to Rock Springs with David DeBoer just absolutely going off yesterday. Right now it feels like a purely mental game for Jackson.
Yeah, they have got to get the elephant out of the room. They got to get, I don't know, the monkey off their back. Is there any other animal things I can think of?
It's got to feel like an elephant on their back after everything going on. But
it really is. We know they're a better team than what they've showed down the stretch. And we talked about it yesterday, losing 6 of 7 in the regular season to backslide their way into postseason. That's no way you want to come into regionals.
And it's not just that, it's just the entire month of February, with the exception of their Green River game, they didn't get a win.
It was a scary month. Well, thank goodness it's the shortest month, because I didn't want to see any more of February happening. Yeah, it was a long February. Not fun. But hopefully, Jackson, just takes one game to turn it around. And hopefully they can get 3 times lucky here with the Green River Wolves. Coach Lori Ivy in her 7th year always has these kids ready to play. They have not enjoyed one of their better seasons, graduated a lot in a little down year in the program. 3-17 overall, 0-6 in quadrant, led by number 20, Taryn Archibald. The 6'3 junior is exciting. He does everything for this team. 16 points, leads the way by far, 4.5 rebounds a game, best free throw shooter. It's all about Darren Archibald. There are some other guys. Caleb Lake can hurt you. He can have games, certainly with his assists. And then Hunter Lake and coach's son, Case and Ivy. Any one of those guys could get hot from the outside, but Jackson really, you would expect, and the way they've won the 2 regular season games against this team, has been working it inside. Although there was a game against Green River where I've never seen Jackson shoot it better, including 5 threes from Mac Fairbairn, 5 threes from Fowler. They had 15 each. That's 30 points from beyond the arc when we went down to Green River that one game. But you would think the recipe against Green River, with their lack of size, is to just pound it inside to Andrew Hanna. But right now it's not only beating Green River, but doing things to get yourself right if you're Coach Hayden Hatfield. So you got to win a game. Certainly you want a W, but you also got to fix some stuff that is kind of cracking and breaking.
Yeah,
Let's see if they can.
The number one thing I think for Jackson, get Seb Brunner going. Get him playing loose. Get him playing free. I mean, it feels like he's been a little hamstrung the last 2 games. I mean, yesterday he had
DeBoer on him, and during the regular season, David DeBoer gave Seb fits, and Seb saw a bunch of them yesterday, and DeBoer is just a good defensively. Doesn't allow you to do much. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting Seb going. So my keys to the game: exploit that size advantage. Certainly, when you got an Andrew Hanna, you can't let him sit around and do nothing. You better be trying to feed him. Limit Archibald. Green River's kind of a one-weapon guy, and that's Taryn Archibald. And then finally, stay loose. This team's play so tight. I think that's a part of the problem too, is their lack of confidence. When you let the ball go, when you let it fly out of your fingers, there's 2 feels you have, and one of the feel is, I don't know if this is going to go, and guess what? It never will. And then there's a feel where everything I'm putting up today is going in, man, and that's when you see a guy who just, it rolls off his fingers and he's already backpedaling to play defense because he knows that's net. And I don't see that a lot from Jackson this year, so you got to stay loose to hit shots, and hopefully they can do that. We'll take one quick break. We're about 2 minutes away from tap here, getting ready with a boys game. It's the Green River Wolves against your Jackson Bronx. You're listening to Bronx Basketball on Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Seb Brunner, Jr. Mac Fairbairn, Sr. AJ Fowler, Jr. Owen Kana, Jr. Carson Harlan, Sr. Isaac Larson, Sr. Palmer Russell, Sophomore. Andrew Hanna, Jr. Gavin Keelan, Jr. Christian Mack, Sr. Drew Griebel, Sr. Louis Woodray,
For some of those seniors, they don't want this to be their last game ever in a Bronx uniform. They'd love to extend play here. Win, move on to tomorrow. Win, get to state. Still possible, right?
Absolutely, and you'll get the loser of the Evanston Star Valley matchup. That game scheduled. Let me see if I can bring that up really quick.
Getting the player introductions right now, and I'm going to reset our scoreboard.
Senior number 14, Isaac Larson. Junior number 21, Andrew Hanna.
Who are we playing? I can't even remember. Green River Jackson.
Green River, the designated home team.
I think I've got it. I don't know. I've got to get us as the home team. Stand by.
By the way, the winner of this game will get loser of Evanston Star Valley at noon tomorrow.
All right. Starting lineups introduced and just about ready to go. Your Green River Wolves in their whites trimmed in green. Jackson in their darks with just enough orange to say we're still the black and orange. Hannah will tap with Tyrion Archibald. Those two knuckle fist bump at center court, and we're ready to go here. It'll be Larson, Harland, Brunner, Keelan, and Hannah. Hannah wins the tap back to Keelan, and Jackson will start out with possession. Seth Brunner weaving his way through traffic. Now finds Harland in the corner. Carson cross court to Isaac Larson. Nice pump fake, puts his man in the air, but no shot. Keelan will let one go. Too short. Archibald with a rebound. Taryn sky high for that. Pulls it down. Up ahead to Lindsay. Lindsay to Chris Wilson. Wilson drives and a block by Keelan, who goes right up into the stands to block that one. And Keelan, I think, is the best shot blocker on this team. By the stats, it's Hannah, but I love when Keelan blocks them. They're exciting. Caleb Blake with it now, up top to Theron. Long three. He was back at the NBA range. No good, though. And the fight for the rebound, and Carson Harlan, I think, got whistled for a foul.
Travel.
Okay.
Two Bronx got there. Both of them got their hands on it and just took steps.
They were pulling, tugging at it, and both of them were walking, but who really had the ball? I guess they thought Harlan did, and that's the travel. Knocked out of bounds, and that's off the hands. Nope, sorry, that's off of Keelan. I thought maybe it went out Green River. Caleb Lake with it now. Lake, top of the key to Kason Ivey. Fires a long three. Good, and that's a kid. He can get hot.
If he gets hot, then that gives Green River another option.
Yes. Larson with the answer. We trade triples back and forth. We're a minute in, tied at 3. Lake feeds Wilson. He'll try a baseline 3. Fails to draw iron. Hannah just pulls down the rebound. Seth Brunner with it now for Jackson. Good start to this one as both teams hit from beyond the arc. That's fun when that happens. Ivy and Larson have both hit long balls. Here's Hannah out to Brunner. Oh, Brunner put some really shifty moves on, but he walked as well. He faked the Ivy right out of his sneakers with an ankle breaker move, but yeah, you got to dribble while you do that. Caleb Blake brings it up for Green River. Knotted at 3, just underway here in the consolation round. Lake got in trouble. He was going out of bounds, tried to save himself, and he threw it right at Hannah, who swats it into the stands on that far end. Green River ball. Xander Lindsay looking for somebody. Bounce pass. Oh, gets away. And right into the hands of Seth Brunner as Chris Wilson couldn't quite handle it. Brunner took it away inside to Hannah. Hannah 1-on-2. Can't make it go, though. Good defense. Defense by committee on Hannah. Lindsay came away. I don't know if he got a piece of it, but he made life miserable for Hannah. Lake with it now. Hands off to Kason Ivey. Ivy hands it off to Wilson. Back out to Taryn Archibald. It looks like it's going to be Larson on him. That's the best Bronx defender coach has, and Archibald puts it up and in. It looks like it's going to be Isaac Larson's job, man on man, to take care of Taryn Archibald. He couldn't quite do it there, though, as Archibald strikes for his first points of the game. Wide open Larson. He hit a 3 earlier. No good. Harlan with the rebound. Seb to Keelan. Keelan pump fake, drives the right block. Up, no good. Taryn Archibald might have got a piece of that. And back and forth we go. It's Xander Lindsay, and his try is blocked by Keelan. Kevin Keelan is going to contest everything down low this afternoon, it looks like. Inbounds pass coming after Lindsay gets his sneaker back on. We're ready. Xander looking around. Bounce pass inside to Wilson. Chris Wilson tries a tough move down low. Keelan is all over him. 2 tries. Gavin Keelan, good defense without committing a foul. That was nicely done. Seth Brunner now. Beautiful pass to Andrew Hannah, but he cannot finish. And Hannah had that kind of a night in Evanston not long ago. Oh, boy, I hate to see it. Taryn Archibald drug the pivot foot. That's a travel.
Hannah's got to snap out of it. He had that in Evanston, and he had it against Rock Springs in the second half.
It's 2 games in a row where Hannah's just not getting those down low layups to go. Seth Brunner with it now. Brunner working on Archibald. Taryn shuts him down, and now the pass. Careless one, stolen away. Up ahead to Caleb Lake, who puts it up and in. And Green River with a 7-3 lead early here. Points off turnovers, not good. Hanna now working down low. Picks up a triple team up and in, and there's the Andrew Hanna we're used to seeing with a chance for an and one. He was... Looks like Coach Ivy is going to say, here's how we're going to defend Hanna. Everybody on my team that's on the floor, go get him. Because he is attracting the crowd. He cannot complete the three. As that free throw, no good. Here's Taryn Archibald with it now. Boy, this kid needs to put on a little bit of weight, and he is going to be a terror next year. Archibald, the junior, at the left block, shut down. Cross-court pass. Oh, boy, almost got away from Ivy, who saved it. Casey, now it's out of bounds. Case and Ivy went one-handed grab to save that from going out and then threw it away. Gavin Keelan, 4:22 to go in the first. Jackson down 2, 7-5. Both teams trying to feel each other out. You don't get a feeling anybody's really got command of this one yet, as they're just trying to settle their nerves in the early going. Seth Brunner working on Lake. Lake is also a very good defender. What a pass inside to Hanna. Can't not get it, though. And now Andrew is going to get whistled for a foul. Well, they're going to say it's out of bounds. No, they will get Hanna, who reached over the back. That's his first, team first. Both teams with one foul apiece.
Really impressed with the way Green River has come out. Yeah, they've not been able to get Jackson in their 2 tries, but they're coming out like they're not afraid of anything.
Lake passed to Archibald, almost got away. Taryn tracks it down. Little pop shot in the lane. 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Keelan. Gavin hands off to Brunner. Brunner with Lake on him. Yeah, Lake has drawn the assignment for Seb the 2 times they met in the regular season, and Caleb Lake is a very good defender, real sticky guy. He's just glued to you. Larson with a 3. Good! Isaac Larson buries that one, and Jackson regains the lead, 8-7. Larson's hit 2 from beyond the arc, and maybe he's the hot hand tonight, this afternoon. Lake tries to get a screen, and he does from Ivy, but can't make use of it. Now Case and Ivy settle things down at the top of the key. Seth Brunner keeping a close eye on him. Ivy hands off to Lake. Lake fakes a spin move, drives in the lane, kicks it out to Archibald. He'll try to go into traffic. Hanna was right there, and even Archibald at 6'3" against Hanna 6'7", it didn't work there as Hanna put his big mid up, and there was nowhere to shoot that, but Archibald gets the benefit of the foul. Drew it off Larson. Isaac, his first. Archibald to the line where he is pretty much lights out. Ooh, and he can't get that one to go.
Real quick, a shout out to Jesse Lind and Smith Bits making this video broadcast possible on mylocalradio.com.
Jesse Lind, whenever you got to drill down on something, yeah, he's the sole reason you're seeing video today if you're seeing video. 8-8 tie with 3 minutes to go. Carson Harlan kicks it top of the key. Keelan, long 3, line drive shot of his, no good though. And the rebound goes bouncing around to Caleb Lake. Lake up ahead to Xander Lindsay, and I thought he walked. Is that what they said?
I think
like he drug his feet along. Keelan will get it down the turnover. Tied at 8. Seth Brunner, and you got a feeling this is going to be a battle all the way. Green River does not want to lose for the 3rd time to the Bronx. The Bronx don't want to go home yet. Keelan, top of the key to Harlan. Harlan inside to Hanna. He puts it up and in. And that was Lake trying to defend him down low at 5'9". That's not going to work. And a timeout on the floor.
Andrew Hanna has the potential to be a top 5 player in the state. He's got to get going today. 17 points per game, 6'7" junior. He's going to get another year. But Coach Lori Ivy, one of the best coaches in this side of the state, you can hear her just urging her team on right now.
If anyone can whiteboard a game plan against Andrew Hanna, when you don't have a guy over 6'3", and that's Archibald. The other, Wilson, is 6'1". Ruiz, we haven't seen him yet, is 6'1". 21. You don't really have any kind of size, but if anyone can game plan a shutdown on Hannah, it's Coach Lori Ivy. She's been doing it for a while. Here's Archibald with it now for Green River. 10-8 Jackson with 2:20 to go. The opening frame. Archibald puts a move on Larson, gets away from him momentarily, fires a three, good. And that's all it takes. Archibald just got free for a split second and drained the three. It's 11-10 as another lead change. Here's Hannah down low. He's got a size advantage here, and he takes advantage of it. Right over the top of Adrian Ruiz, who's 6'1", Hannah's 6'7". And Andrew, recognizing that, says, I'm just going to take it to the rack. If that's all you got. Darron Archibald, long three, no good. Rebound sky high is Fairbairn, and then gave it away. Threw it right to Lake. Ivy with a 20-footer, no good, and Keelan has it. Mac Fairbairn, good rebound, but boy, he just threw that away. Hannah, he's got a wide open Fowler on that Fairbairn, but he's going to do it himself, up and in, and that's going to be a block, and one. Adrian Ruiz said, man, that's a lot of guy to stand in there against. Hannah plows Ruiz over, and Adrian was not set. 14-11, and we'll see if Hannah can add to it here. 3-point lead. And yeah, I got to feel it. Andrew just has to take control of this game. They just have the advantage down low. The free throw missed. Hunter Lake with it now. Hunter pulls his dribble, gives it to Lindsay, and Xander lost the handle. All by himself. I thought maybe a Bronc got a piece of it. That's what Coach Lori Ivy said. She's doing the old deflected, but nope. It'll be Jackson ball. Seth Brunner will bring it up. Caleb Lake watching him. 5-on-1 is going to be what you see most of the day. Lake and Brunner going to be side by side every time Brunner has the ball. Brunner trying to flow into Hannah. Boy, I don't know about that pass, but it worked. Hannah's shot no good. Rebound, and that's Andrew Hannah over the back of Ruiz. And Hannah picks up his second, I believe.
Hannah is turning it on right now.
He's trying to take control of the game. He's trying to say, look, guys, get on board, get on my back, I'll carry the team, and we're going to tomorrow. That's the kind of 21 we're seeing right now from Andrew Hannah.
And this is the type of Andrew Hannah that could be a top 5 player in the state.
Adrian Ruiz shut down by Hannah. Peels it out to Nathan Mitchell. Mitchell went out of bounds. Gavin Keelan was all over him over there, and Mitchell just stepped out of bounds. Seth Brunner with it now. Jackson with a 3-point lead, under a minute to go with the first. Been a good first period for Jackson. Brunner, oh, what a pass inside of Isaac, but it didn't quite work. Larson lost it. Here comes Caleb Lake. Got time, 35 seconds. Caleb realizes now, Caleb drives the lane. Beautiful pass to Ruiz, blocked by Hannah. Adrian Ruiz will be happy to not see Andrew Hannah ever again. Isaac Larson puts a dribbling clinic on inside to Hannah. His shot no good. Whistle. Boy, that was late. And it's on Mitchell. And I think the ref waited for that shot to not fall. And Hannah again he's missing more shots from down low than we usually see him miss. And maybe that one was because Mitchell got a piece of them. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Hannah, though, just fails to convert at the stripe.
Well, and he's had a hard time at the stripe all morning. Coach Ivy just may be like, hey, we'll take the foul, make him hit some free throws here.
If she had enough bench, that's another game plan, but you don't. She runs a very thin bench, and you can't afford to have too many guys foul out, but you're right. I mean, following Andrew Hannah is not a real problem for most teams. Mitchell with it now. Keelan all over him. Time ticking down. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Hunter Lake with it, and he's in no man's land. Brunner all over him. They're never going to get a shot off. They don't. Seth Brunner. That's way after the buzzer, but Coach Hetfield loves it as Seb hit a half-court shot.
It doesn't
at the
count,
buzzer.
but
it will not count, but it got his bench up and roaring, I'll tell you that. We'll take this break as we come back for the second quarter. You're watching and listening to Bronx Basketball on Jackson Hole Radio Network, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Jackson Lumber, the board store. Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building. So so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senko, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson
Back
Bronx.
to the action to begin the second quarter. I think both teams have to be pleased by the way they played that first quarter. 14-11 Jackson. Green River will it now. It's Case and Ivy. He drives the lane up. Can't get his shot to go. As by the time he got down low in the paint, Hannah had come over and his layup just a little too short. Seb Brunner, who has not even attempted a shot other than the one that didn't go.
Which is actually,
they didn't count.
It's surprising because he's usually a shoot first type of guy. Well,
Seb, there he is. That is his first shot, and it goes in. 16-11 now. Jackson up 5. Yes, Seb, Seb has been a shoot first guy, but this year a lot more assists. He leads the team in assists. He's become a real good disher. And he almost enjoys making that really sneaky pass to Hannah. But he might need to shoot more every once in a while. Go back to the old Seb.
Now that Green River has their attention on Andrew Hannah, it should open Seb up a few more times from the field.
I agree. Maybe Seb can do something. We're a minute into the second quarter. Seb with it now. Caleb Blake just riding him like a mule. And, I thought Lake was going to get a foul. And that's what Seb wanted. He said, he's leaning into me. The turnover gives Green River the ball. Caleb Lake brings it up. Lake on Seb Brunner, 5-on-1. Again, I don't mean like numbers. I mean number 5, Caleb Lake, and number 1, Seb Brunner. Those two are just going to be tied together all game long. Far side, cross-court pass to Larson. Kicks it to Keelan. To Harlan. Puts a nice move. Drives the right block. Up and in. Carson Harlan with a move. And Jackson getting scoring from everybody now. Not just Hannah. Brunner the last time down, and now Harlan. Here's Hunter Lake. To Case and Ivy. Back to Hunter Lake. Long three. Good. Hunter Lake, the sophomore, averages 5 a game, and he hit that one. That was a big one. Brings Green River within 4, and the Wolves have to keep answering. Seb Brunner driving the lane, lost the handle, and it's scooped up by Chris Wilson. Up ahead quickly, Caleb Lake with it now, trying on Keelan. He won't even try a shot. Keelan was ready to block it. So Lake decided to pass. There's Lindsay with a 3, or Wilson rather, no good. Lindsay with a rebound. Taryn Archibald with a rebound, good. Too many boards surrendered there as Green River got 3 looks at the basket, and finally Archibald hit one. Draws Green River within 2. Kayla with it now. Floats one to Hannah at the high post. Hannah tries to back Lindsay into the rim. Now it's Keelan. Wide open baseline 3. No good. Backdoor rebound Hannah. Seb Brunner will try a long 3. That won't go either. And Hunter Lake with a rebound. Green River a chance to tie here. Here comes Case and Ivy. Kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson moved his feet, and he'll get rung up for the travel. Turnover there. It's going to be a fun basketball game, I got to feel. Willis Witherite checking in for Gavin Keelan.
You know, it's the bracket you don't want to be in, but these consolation bracket games have championship, real playoff feel to it because that's what it is now.
Desperation,
go home.
Yeah. It's the desperation that makes it feel like championship games. Brunner with a long 3, and Seb just not quite feeling it. Hannah, though, with a board and bucket.
The games tomorrow definitely feel like a championship game because you win that, you accomplish the goal of getting there.
Yeah. So even in what's the losers bracket or the consolation bracket, there's some exciting desperation basketball. Here's Seb Brunner with it now after the Green River miss. Out to Larson. The lefty fires. Too short. Rebound. Caleb Lake. 20-16. Neither team shooting particularly well right here in the second quarter. Oh boy, a lot of steps by Lake, but he gets away with it. Caleb has it now. Lake walks things all the way out to that far elbow and see if he can get a screen. He does, drives the lane, kick out, baseline 3 from Ivy. He hit one earlier, but he can't make that one. And Hannah gets the rebound to Seb Brunner. Brunner gets through traffic safely, barely, and then gives it to Willis Witherite. Witherite back to Brunner. Seb looking at Hannah, wants to, but he doesn't. Cross court, Isaac Larson. He drives, dish to Hannah, up and in. Oh, that was pretty. Isaac Larson, to me, is the best Bronx passer. He's so sneaky with his passes. I thought Isaac was going to shoot, but he just shoveled a pass down low to Hannah, who converted. 22-16, Jackson up 6 and a whistle. And Isaac Larson, I think, might have got the reach in there as Keelan comes right back in. He'll replace Hannah. And a brief rest for the Jackson big man. It is Larson who picks up his second, team 4th. Caleb Lake with it now. Caleb trying to get loose of Seb Brunner. Gives it to Case and Ivy. Nice bounce pass to Lindsey down low. He's in all kinds of traffic. Witherite was smothering him. And now Theron Archibald with it now with Isaac Larson on him. Archibald tries a drive, kick over, wide open is Chris Wilson, and Wilson should have just shot it. Instead, he tried a pump fake, and he got caught taking steps there. He was wide open, but he tried to work around the defender, and he got caught traveling. Seb Brunner with it now. 3 minutes to go in the half. Jackson trying to play for a chance of tomorrow. It's just let there be a tomorrow is what every team's saying now. Witherite with it now in that far corner. Lindsey really bothering him. Xander Dennis poking loose. Good defense by Lindsey up ahead to Caleb Lake, but Brunner is right there. Wherever Lake is, Brunner is. Case and Ivy with it now to Caleb Lake. Lake attracts a double team and gets it over to Ivy to Theron Archibald. Archibald driving on Keelan. He lost the handle, out of bounds, and they're going to say that is off Archibald. And good defense there by Gavin Keelan, giving Archibald just no room to work. Jackson up by 6. Kind of stalled there now at 22-16 with 2:20 to go. Seb Brunner brings it up. Surveys the situation to Witherite, back to Brunner. Larson to Keelan, tried to give it to Witherite. That ball got poked away, out of bounds. Jackson ball. Jackson's got to be more careful with their passes. Something that plagued them yesterday. You got to be sure about those passes. Too many of the passes have been tipped here. Caleb Lake is exhausted. He has not come off. He's breathing heavy. Seb Brunner, I don't think, has come out either, but he looks not too winded. Jackson with the ball, down to 2 minutes to go, and Harlan cross court to Isaac Larson. Larson puts the ball on the floor to Brunner, to Harlan. He'll try the 3. That bangs off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound goes to Case and Ivy. Over to Caleb Lake. Lake puts a move on Brunner. He's looking for somebody to pass to. He's not even looking at the basket as he brings it, walks it back out to the top. Taking his time, Caleb Lake. Archibald sets a screen. Lake will use it, drives the lane. No, Brunner got there. And it's Witherite who will draw the foul. Seb was right with him, though, every step of the way. Seb worked his way off that screen and said, I'm coming with you, Caleb. But it was Witherite coming over to help that committed the foul, his first.
Such a different energy than what we've seen the last 2 games from Jackson in this one. But despite all that, Green River making this a ball game.
Green River's hanging there. You're right, energy. That's a good word. I see much better energy out of Jackson. They are playing like a team that doesn't want to go. Maybe they're a team that needs their back to the wall before they finally respond with their A game, because they're playing that way now. Gavin Keelan with it, minute 25 to go. Seb Brunner with Lake on him. Brunner looks Fairbairn, baseline 3 right in front of us. That's no good. Lake with a rebound. Carson Harlan bumped him hard. No call. Refs letting him go. Caleb Lake kicks out to Ivy. Kaysen drives, kick out. Baseline 3, Mitchell. That's too short. Rebound, pinballs around off the hands of Case and Ivy, and out of bounds. Jackson ball. Just over a minute, 66 seconds left in the half. Jackson got to be happy with a 5-point lead. Green River's got to be happy to be that close.
Yeah, and they still got time to trim it down if they get a stop.
Fairbairn long three. Good, and Mac Fairbairn says, never mind that, Elin. We're going to extend the lead a little bit. Lindsay to Case and Ivy. Ivy gives it to Caleb Blake. Blake with it. Down to a final 40 ticks. Archibald can't get loose of anybody. Gives it back to Caleb Blake, who retreats and resets. Caleb too far out to play for the last shot here, but I think Green River, more importantly, just can't really find anything open. Good defense by the Bronx. As Green River gets into a nice weave here. Wolves, there's a shot by Archibald, and Seb Brunner says that was all ball, but the refs do not agree, and Seb gets his first foul of the game. That's not bad to be almost through a half and have Seb with only one.
I was about to say, usually this one he's got at least two.
He pleads his case with Coach Hatfield, who says, that's all right, I like the way you're playing. 25-18 as Archibald converts the first of two. His second is too short. Rebound, same guys. It's Hannah and Keelan. Gavin says, I'll take it. And Hannah says, all right. Seb Brunner with it now. Last shot time for Jackson. 10 seconds. Seb directing traffic, trying to tell his teammates what he wants. Seb drives the left block. Kick all the way cross court to Keelan, and a whistle. That'll be a charge. Oh, boy, we thought we might have jinxed Seb.
Oh, he just picked up his second.
Yeah, he did.
So quick a fashion.
Yeah, he had a nice pass to a wide open Keelan, but right as he was making the pass, he did run over a Green River player. Down to 4 seconds. Can the Wolves get a shot off? Taryn Archibald tries a three, too short, and that's how the half will end. First half is in the books, and right now Jackson enjoying the lead. It's 25-18. We'll be back with a halftime show on Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So, crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. The white team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's going to get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
Back here courtside in Afton, Wyoming. Afton, the host city of regional basketball. We do it in the west, here in the heart of Star Valley, and they're doing it in the east. Where are they in the east?
I think they're out in Natrona County in the east.
Trona. All right. So recap, Elin, if you would, how we got here, because I haven't been paying attention. I know Jackson is here because of a loss last night to Rock Springs, a team that just, I think I've gotten in their head now, but how did both these teams get here, and where can they possibly go?
Well, Green River got here after a loss to Riverton. Riverton, now with Cody out, you got to think Riverton's the favorite to take this whole thing. Yeah, Green River got lost to Riverton. Jackson, as you mentioned, lost to Rock Springs, and the winner of this game gets the loser of Evanston and Star Valley. That game being played at 7:30 tonight, but the loser will play the winner of this game, and that game will start at high noon tomorrow. So and the winner of that game goes to state. Loser of their season comes to an end.
Okay, got it. If you were with us last night, and by the way, mylocalradio.com, just to refresh for folks listening to us on KZ95 on the radio, the old school way. First, we apologize. Could not get the games on the air last night. The Wi-Fi in the gym, once it filled up with everybody has their smart device, we simply could not get a steady enough signal. So we've hardwired. We got it going today, but we were not on the radio yesterday. Sorry. But the games, all the Jackson games being carried, thankfully, by our friends at mylocalradio.com. So you've seen the girls and boys video stream at mylocalradio.com. There are blackout restrictions preventing us from airing it on our YouTube channel, but My Local Radio stepped up, forked over the big money thanks to Jesse Lind, right?
Yeah, Smith Bits and Jesse Lind making this video broadcast possible on mylocalradio.com.
I love it. You can also watch it on the SVI Sports Network, as they are the host to this regional, so they're broadcasting the games as well. I'm watching the girls team. The girls are down there behind the boys bench playing a fun game of keep away. What a solidifying moment. I don't know anything that brings a team together closer than an 0-22 season, but they have suffered through the bumps and bruises, and they're down there having fun. They don't want it to end, as we're halftime here with the boys game, and the boys just have not played to their potential. Certainly they look like world beaters in December and January, and then February came, and oh my, the wheels just came off this team. But now all of a sudden they're looking more like the team that a lot of folks around the state thought maybe could contend for a championship here. When the season started, they were in the coaches and media poll, ranked pretty high, and then they just watched it slip away. Hopefully we get a good second half out of the boys in black here for the Jackson Bronx.
You're going to have to, because the Green River Wolves, they're not going away. You would think this would be a wider gap. It's only 7 points. And Andrew Hanna is definitely getting the job done, but he's only going to get you so far. I think Seb Brunner is going to be big. Gavin Keelan, he seemed to be kind of the plus spot for the Bronx yesterday against Rock Springs. He's been pretty quiet today.
Yeah, I think he's been scoreless. I mean, obviously his defense much needed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love his D, but yeah, he has not been feeling it from beyond the arc. Who has is the lefty Isaac Larson. He's drained a couple from triple land, and I'm watching him shoot now. He hasn't missed yet. Just shooting around here as both teams warm up. So maybe Isaac's your hot hand, but Seb has got to get a little bit more involved. And yeah, Hanna, you just can't pluck that string enough, Andrew Hanna, because Green River has nobody to compete with his size down there. Jackson would love to keep that season moving. We're about 4 minutes away from tapping the second half. Jackson enjoying a 7-point lead, 25-18, low scoring first half for really both teams, kind of low scoring. We'll be back, take a break one more time. Be back and get ready to start this second half of this game. We're here live in Afton, Wyoming. It's the 4A Regionals with the host city in the heart of Star Valley, Afton, and all this broadcast on Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Jackson Hole High School Bronc basketball is brought to you in part by the Elk Country Inn. Coming May of 2020, the Elk Country will offer new rooms and amenities. The new expansion will bring a brand new indoor-outdoor swimming pool, indoor and outdoor spas, a new dining area with complimentary breakfast, conference facilities, and so much more. Located on Pearl Street, you'll be able to leave the car and walk to Jackson's greatest shopping, dining, entertainment, bars, and breweries. Live like a local at the new Elk Country Inn, coming this May.
Back here courtside in Afton, regional play, getting ready to start the second half. All the action brought to you by our friends at Young Life. Jackson Hole, Young Life, all about teenagers. Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store. The McPeak Group, Jackson Hole's premier real estate team at Sotheby's International Realty. The town square ends of Jackson Hole, including the Antler and Elk Country and Cowboy Village Resort and 49er Inn and Suites. Green River spent a long time in the locker room. Coach Ivy must have had a lot to say, but you know what I really like when I saw him come out of the room is I love when former players stick around to become assistant coaches, and we saw Dylan Taylor, talking with Taryn Archibald. So cool to be able to learn from guys who have done it.
Dylan Taylor, I watched him for 3 of his 4 years, and every year he was just a monster.
He killed us. What about you?
He actually I think he was like 3 or 4 points away from setting the Green River record against us last year when he came to Evanston, and Coach Ivy pulled him. But no, he's such a great ball player. All-state receiver as well.
He's a great one, and he's stuck around the community. He's come back to give back, and how cool is it to have a mentor like him if you're Archibald?
It makes you wonder, is there an heir apparent to Coach Lori Ivy? Possibly right there.
Look at you stirring up some, possibly. Getting a
Probably
glimpse
not, because I mean he just graduated last year.
He's young,
but he's there, and he has an active part in the coaching staff. He was just talking to Nathan Mitchell about something that he could give him, but he's obviously a very active part. I mean, these kids have all played with them, but Coach Lori Ivy, I mean, she took a team that had struggled to get wins to the state tournament so many times.
She's so whenever you talk to anyone around the state, you mention the Wolves, and the first thing you say, oh, Ivy.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Lori Ivy is well respected around the state.
Yeah, most definitely.
We begin play here. Switch sides, and Jackson will move left to right. They have the ball. Isaac Larson's going to try a 3. Good. That's his 3rd from beyond the arc, and Isaac is feeling it today. Taryn Archibald with it, puts up the fist, and that's the spread play. Look at this. There is everybody out in the perimeter for Green River. I mean, wide. This is a big box, you see. And, they don't even want to go down low where Hannah lives. Here's Caleb Lake, drives the block. His pass blocked by Hannah. Keelan comes up with it to Brunner. Brunner tries to push the pace, kick out. Larson, fake shot, give it to Harlan. He Euro steps down the right block, up and in. That's twice that Carson Harlan has done that. Don't see a lot of that from Harlan, the guard. He usually shoots from that fall away shot that he loves, but I like him going right to the rack. Twice now he's converted doing that. Green River, the ball gets into a weave. Lindsay hands off to Chris Wilson, drives the lane, but Hannah shuts him down. And pass back to Caleb Lake. Lake is watched by Harlan. Lake is in all kinds of traffic. Lost the handle. Seb Brunner comes up with the loose change. Seb going to wait for help now. And back to Keelan. He'll try a long 3, and Gavin just not finding the range right now, and Seb cannot save the rebound from going out of bounds.
You like the effort, though, from Seb, as he was just kind of flying in there and took care of business.
Yeah, and I love, you got to pick up for your teammates. It's not Gavin's night offensively, at least not yet. So the other 4 got to pick him up. Caleb Blake drives the right block, steps, pulls up his dribble, gives it to Lindsay, now to Wilson. Wilson will fire from baseline, no good. And the rebound, Seb pushes it ahead to Carson Harlan. He'll go right to the rack and draws the foul. The shot no good, but he'll get Chris Wilson, the 6'1 sophomore, to commit the first foul of the second half. And that is now 3 times I've watched Harlan, who is a guard who rarely gets down to the paint. Just take it. I love it. Got to have more of it. Carson Harlan converts the first. 31-18 Jackson. We got 2 minutes burned in the third. And the Bronx have been in command most of the way. Harlan's second is good as well. And if Green River had any hopes of coming back in this one, fading with every failed possession. Let's see if Ivy can change the tide. Kaysen hands off to Archibald. Taryn Archibald with Keelan on him. Gets it back out to Caleb Lake. Lake surveys, now gets it to Archibald. Archibald bumps hard with Harlan. Now out to Ivy, or rather Lake. His shot no good. Scramble for the rebound.
How did Harlan get that?
Yeah, Harlan and Lindsay on the ground. Harlan pulled it away from Xander. Seb Brunner drives baseline, scrambly move, and Hannah can't find the handle, but Seb comes over to help him. Poked loose by Archibald momentarily. Cross court, Isaac. Larson thinking about it over Wilson, but he won't do it. Keelan cross court to Seb. Seb inside to Hannah. His shot no good. Keelan comes out of nowhere to poke it loose, but out of bounds. It'll be Green River ball. Hannah was triple teamed. I'd rather see Seb shoot that, but he tried to pass in there, and Hannah just too well covered, could not convert the shot. Kaysen Ivy, Seb Brunner on him. Xander Lindsay gives it to Ivy, who walks it back to the top of the circle. Seb watching him. Float pass on that far side. Archibald has it, working on Larson, trying to back Larson up. Can't do it. Shot good. And one. Yes. As Larson gets up, feeling a little bit of pain. 32-20, 12-point lead. Archibald to the line. He's been pretty good from there all season and today. And he's got it. 11-point game for Jackson, so Green River still hanging around. 4:45 to go in the third. Brunner to Harlan here on the near elbow. Back to Seb. Seb to Harlan. He's wide open for the three. Why not? Can't get it, but Keelan there with a board. That was big. Gavin Keelan drives the right block. His layup no good. Too strong. Rebound Lindsay. Pushing the pace, though, up ahead to Chris Wilson. 1-on-2. And Chris, I don't know how you're going to make that happen. Keelan and Hannah were double teaming the 6'1" sophomore. Wilson's first shot was blocked. His second shot was blocked. And finally out of bounds. That's just not going to work, Chris. Not usually. Hunter Lake with it now for Green River as it's out of bounds off Hannah's block. Archibald long three. Go! Wow. Taryn Archibald smooth as silk on that one. Don't look now, but Green River's within 8.
I don't know if that ball even touched the net. That just dropped through clean.
You're right. I didn't see the net move. Hunter Lake off the Jackson miss, pushes it to Lindsay. Now baseline drive by Lake. There's nothing there as Brunner's right with him. Archibald, good move, gets around Larson. He'll try a shot over Keelan, no sail. Good job by Gavin to come help Isaac Larson. And a timeout by Jackson. That's going to be Coach Hatfield wants to talk things over. Just make sure the momentum is not creeping away from you. We'll stay here. 3:40 to go in the third. Jackson up 32-24. They've led all the way. Never really felt threatened, but you never really felt like Jackson is pulling away.
No, I mean, every time that Jackson makes a move to try to create that breathing room, create that separation, Green River comes with a flurry of their own. They can't allow that much longer, because at some point, Green River is going to get the confidence thinking, we're in this, let's go get them.
And that's that consolation round play you were talking about. When teams know that your season ends on this floor now if you don't win.
Yep. And
the Green River's playing like it. Jackson's playing like it. Like they don't want it to be over. And that's fun to watch. Fun basketball. It's Seb Brunner.
I mean, the region championship game is fun and all, and of course that's where everybody wants to be. But as a fan of general basketball, you want these are the games you look forward to.
These games are really competitive. Turnover. Jackson knocked out of bounds. And Green River with it now. They could cut the 8-point lead to 6 or less. Let's see. Hunter Lake brings it up, the 5'10" sophomore. Lake patiently wants a pick from Lindsay. Gets it. Now kick out. Ivy baseline 3. Good! Kaysen Ivy. Uh-oh. 32-27. Brunner with it now. Ivy's hit a couple from beyond the arc that have been big ones. Kevin Keelan drives the right block. His layup too strong. Scramble for the rebound, and Brunner comes up with it. Seb tries to hand off to Hannah, but that wasn't a good idea. Just a lot of Wolves down low, and they wouldn't allow even the handoff pass. That was poke free. Archibald with it, spin move of the lane. 12-footer, no good. Off the back of the iron. Larson with the rebound. Brunner pushing the pace. Seb puts a wiggle on Ivy. Shot up, no. That won't fall either. Hunter Lake with it. It's been fun, but not a lot of scoring right now. Caleb Lake, he works his way around Keelan and passes back out to Ivy, and now we finally get to breathe. Kaysen back to Caleb Lake. A lot of action, but not a lot of points. 5-point lead for Jackson with 2:15 to go in the third. Lake gets a nice screen from Lindsay, drives the lane. Keelan is right with him, though. His layup no good. Seb Brunner the other way, behind the back pass. I don't know where Seb was going with that, and he sort of grabs his head saying, I don't know what I was doing either.
Coach Hatfield not looking happy on that one.
Yeah, too cute, and that's what Hatfield's going to tell him. Too cute, no reason. Tried a behind-the-back pass to Carson Harlan, I believe, and yeah, that didn't work. Timeout on the floor. We'll go Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Back courtside as both teams come out of this timeout break after discussing strategies for Jackson Hole Radio. I'm Jake Nichols alongside Elon Olive. We have him on loan from Evanston Radio Country. He's the voice of the Evanston Red Devils. Thanks for sitting in, Elon.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
5-point lead for Jackson, but it's Green River basketball. And Hunter Lake brings it up court right here on the near side to Taryn Archibald. Green River getting into that weave that they work so well. The Archibald's all kinds of out of control, but he makes a shot. Archibald made something out of nothing right there. He was just about ready to travel or fall down, one or the other, and instead he made the shot. Hannah baseline attracts attention. Pass for Keelan goes off his knee, and now a tie-up. No, a foul. Gavin Keelan had displayed possession. Green River crowd doesn't like it, but it's going to go on Xander Lindsay, his first team second. Fouls really have not been an issue at all for either team. Larson feeds Hannah, baseline, reverse layup, good. Andrew Hannah, Jackson needed that. They were stuck on 32 for a little while. Kaysen Ivy with it now. He's drained a couple from distance. And there's that Green River weave trying to confuse Jackson. Long three, Hunter Lake, good. Hunter Lake.
That is potentially the most dangerous play of the game, because Hannah went down, got a bucket, no problem, got the lead back out to 5. Green River said, we're not intimidated, we can go, and we're starting to believe.
What an answer from Ivy's crew. They're within 2. Missed shot there by Jackson, and here comes Green River. Could they tie this? Hunter Lake with it now. Hands off to Ivy. Ivy gives it to Archibald. He'll try a 3. Rattles in and out, no good. Hannah pulls down the board. Jackson ball with 35 seconds. Seb Brunner behind the back pass to Hannah. Oh, baby, was that a pass? And Hannah converts the layup. What a pass. And Hannah smiles back at Seb. Seb's not even looking at him. Hannah says, I can't believe you got that ball to me.
And Coach Hatfield is saying, that worked, so you're not in trouble. If you miss that one, we're talking.
Hatfield could not stop smiling. I think Hatfield wanted to scold him, but he couldn't stop smiling. He's
probably college is like, don't you ever do that
Yeah,
again.
he said, Seb, I never want to see that again, and never mind that I'm smiling ear to ear. Holy cow. By the way, Hannah made the free throw. Somebody stopped the presses, and a three-point play there. 37-32, Jackson with a steal here. Seb Brunner played for a last shot if you're the Bronx. 15 seconds. Brunner slow across midcourt, and that's just what Jackson will do. Brunner touches his lips. That's a play call. It's the pick from Hannah. Brunner will use it. Pop out to Fairbairn. Baseline three. Good! And that's how we'll end the third. Oh, my.
Oh! Three-quarter court heat goes off the backboard.
I didn't even look. I figured it was over. So after three, oh, man, this thing's going to be anything including exciting. The score, Jackson 40, Green River 32. We'll be back with the exciting finish after these. You're enjoying Bronx basketball at KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio Network, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
So, Elon, I want to borrow some video from mylocalradio.com. I want the first 8 minutes of our girls' game, and I want the highlight pass there by Seb Brunner. Oh, boy.
I don't know. That Fairbairn three was big as well.
That works for me. Fairbairn putting an exclamation point on the third quarter as he hits the three to give Jackson a 40-32 lead. Green River ball now. It's Case and Ivy.
Green River's response is going to be vital right here.
They've had an answer every time. Lindsay, he's nobody on him. Xander, you got to shoot that, and that's going to be a long three from Ivy. I think Xander was surprised nobody was there. Seb Brunner to Fairbairn. He'll try the other corner, and this one misses, but Jackson gets the rebound. Larson hands it to Brunner, back to Larson. Isaac looking inside. Hannah cuts. Can't get it to him, though. Seb Brunner tries to get around Archibald. Does, but it's poked free by Lake. Now Brunner gets it back. Seb and a timeout for Hatfield. I'm not sure what he saw, but he didn't like something.
Well, Seb came incredibly close to traveling there on that one.
I thought he did. I thought that's why we got the whistle.
That's probably exactly why Coach was like, nope.
Yeah. Let me call a timeout before the refs can blow a whistle there. Yeah. Well, you got to credit Lori Ivy's crew as she claps encouragement to her troops. They've been game. They've lost twice this regular season to the Bronx, and they don't want to make it 3 and go home now. Don't start the Green River bus just yet. 8-point Jackson lead. Fairbairn will inbounds on that far side to Brunner. Seb has it. Into Witherite. He'll turn and shoot. I love it, Willis. He doesn't shoot enough. He misses, though, and the rebound goes to Ivy. Pushes it up ahead to Lindsay. Lindsay to Lake. He's wide open to the baseline, but he can't get the shot to fall. Hannah with a rebound. Hannah to Larson. Lake is all over him. He is a real handsy guy. Poking at it, but Larson so far gets away from him. Isaac to Hannah. Everybody wanted to travel. Hannah's shot no good. Gets his own rebound and now gets in a dog pile. Refs are letting him go. There's a jump ball. Got to be a jump ball.
No.
Travel?
Ivy called a timeout as number 20 Archibald had the ball in his possession, and you immediately see Ivy raise her hands. She called a timeout.
Savvy move. Yeah, it was Archibald on his back, which means a travel in about 1 split second. Yeah. And then reaching in for Jackson was Isaac Larson, but yeah, too late.
Two great coaches. We don't talk about how coaching really does influence these games. I mean, Hatfield You've gotten the feeling for the last few years, he is one season away from breaking into having a name for himself in the state of Wyoming. Of course, Lori Ivy taking a team like Green River to the state tournament multiple times. I mean, this has been a great coaching matchup. It's been a great battle all around.
I'm glad you pointed that out. You're right. We don't talk about coaching enough. And you got two great ones, an up-and-comer in Hatfield and the old pro Ivy going at it here. They don't play the game, but their coaching's so influential, so important. Here's Caleb Lake with it now for Green River, down 8. They'd like to cut that a bit. Hunter Lake with it, far side. Brunner watching him. Hunter, top of the key to Caleb Lake. Caleb, the leader in assists, the 5'9" senior, averaging 9 points a game, now gets it to Taryn. Taryn Archibald drives the lane. His shot too strong. Rebound, Hannah. And here comes Seth Brunner for Jackson. Brunner pulls up. Hunter Lake watching him. Fairbairn in the baseline. That's a spot. Mack hit the big one to end the third. He's still just hanging out there, hoping somebody sees him. Isaac Larson with it now. Bounce pass into Hannah. Hannah sees him. Wide open Fairbairn. He'll try it. No good. Bounce up. But what a rebound by Isaac Larson. And he puts it up and in. Isaac Larson. I thought he might have traveled down there, but good rebound and good points from Isaac. Taryn Archibald, 15-footer, good. And Green River's had an answer every time. 42-34, 5:50 to go.
It's funny watching the coaches that have their specific stance. Lori Ivy always squats down off of the sideline during the play. Hatfield always standing kind of straight up, being very subtle about his movements, but he's definitely moving around.
Hannah missed down low. Keelan with a rebound. His putback wouldn't go either, but he gets fouled. That'll send him to the line. The foul is on Archibald, his second. Nobody really in foul trouble, barely any fouls at all, as the refs letting him go. Keelan's 47% free throw shooter, and he's got that one. 9-point lead, and big hand for Lindsay, who comes off for Green River.
He just picked
up
Jackson. Oh, sorry about that.
For Jackson, it's Witherite who came out, I think, or Fairbairn came off. Second shot by Keelan is missed. Green River ball, they're down 9. Jackson's never been able to get this to a double-digit lead yet. Archibald, long 3, top of the key. That's good. And Taryn Archibald is not ready to end the season yet. Isaac Larson for Jackson. Up 6 with just under 5 to go in regulation. To Brunner, cross court to Harlan. Harlan double team, so he gets it to Isaac Larson. He penetrates, kick out. Harlan 3, no good. Rebound, Hannah. Back into Keelan inside. A tough shot, no good. And the rebound, Nathan Mitchell did a nice job rebounding that and then getting it to a teammate.
While falling to the ground.
Yeah. Caleb Lake gets it to Ivy. Kason Ivy trying to shake loose of Harlan. Now it's Caleb Lake to Mitchell. Wide open 3 on that far side. No good. Keelan got there as fast as he could, but it was a good shot from Mitchell. Rebound Hannah up to Carson Harlan. His drive up and in, and the 1. And this is as good as I've seen Harlan driving. And I hope, Tim, I hope you're listening back home. Maybe you're the one who told your kid, go to the cylinder, because he is I've never seen him play this style of game where he just goes right to the rack. And this time, the bucket and the free throw. I think Ivy called a timeout to ice him a little and talk strategy. We'll see. 40. Oh, wait a minute. Are they not putting that basket up? Coaches, Jackson coaches want to know, where's those 2 points? I've got it 45-37, but the scoreboard says 43.
They're telling the scoreboard operator it counts, and they're saying we're waiting to hear from the referee.
Are they going to give Harlan that bucket? It looked like he obviously made the shot. So what's the controversy? There's got to be a story. There it goes.
So
I think we have a Green River scoreboard operator who was insistent on not putting that up. There we go. All right, now Harlan the chance to make the 3-point play as he'll go to the line. Harlan, a very good free throw shooter. Him and Larson are probably the 2 best that Coach Hatfield has at his disposal. And Harlan toes the line here to try to give Jackson a 6-point lead. Or sorry, a 8-point lead. He does. I'm bad at math. How many points is that? 46-37, 9-point lead. All right. Stay in school, kids. Look what it did to me. Here's Caleb Blake with it now, out to Archibald. He's hit some big threes.
He got fouled.
He got bumped by Larson. And it's really surprising there hasn't been more fouls called.
That's Larson's fourth.
Yeah,
he's got to be careful.
Isaac's fourth, and those have all come because it's his assignment to guard your best guy in Terran Archibald. So Caleb Lake's drive, and Gavin Keelan is with him every step of the way, denies the shot, but Keelan will pick up the foul. That's just his his first. And Lake will go to the line. I love the defense. Jackson giving nothing away for free. Lake drove the right block, wanted a right-hand layup, and Keelan said, not unless you earn it.
But again, Jackson struggling to get out to 10 points in double digits. It was 9. They were on the verge of it, and now a 1-for-2 trip for Lake.
Seb Brunner, he's got numbers going the other way. He'll take it himself, up and in. Seb with a statement there, and Jackson now with a 10-point lead, their biggest lead of the afternoon. Terran Archibald for the top of the key. That's his spot, but he's too short. Hannah with a rebound up ahead to Larson. Jackson on a fast break here. Gavin Keelan puts his layup up, but he can't get it to go. Hunter Lake with a rebound. Keelan should have made that. Hunter Lake got hit in the face.
Yeah,
he's wiping his nose. Yeah. Caleb Lake in the lane, but Hannah's right there. Hunter's going to try a 3, far side, too short. Maybe he's just having trouble as he got whacked on the nose. Seb Brunner got loose from everybody. His layup no good, but Caleb Lake over the back.
I think Lake fouled to stop the game because I think he's bleeding. Yeah,
it's going to be on.
They're going to send
Caleb.
him off.
Yeah, Hunter he took a shot to the schnoz there, and he is bleeding a little bit, I think. And Seb Brunner to the line. Jackson up 10. Could extend that here, but Seb off the mark. Seb is the only shot he's made today is that half court after the buzzer.
He also, but he had that layup there. He's getting points, but yeah, he's definitely getting known for that behind the back pass.
He missed both those on the trip, so Green River with the ball trailing 10. Caleb Lake gets it to Kason Ivy. Ivy hands off to Lake, and he'll try a long 3. Rattles in and out. Hannah gets the rebound. Andrew Hannah's pulled down a whole bunch of boards today. He's got to be a double-double guy this afternoon. Seb cannot get rid of Caleb Lake. Now gets a little bit of breathing room. Seb fires over to Isaac Larson on that far elbow. Down to 2:37 on the regulation. Isaac into Hannah. Hannah feeds wide open Harlem, but quickly there is Ivy. Now back out to Seb, and he took about 1,000,000 steps on his way to the bucket.
Fouled, though.
And he's fouled. Yeah, good thing, and Lori Ivy's trying to help the refs with that travel call. Good things happen when you go to the hole, and for Seb, he'll go to the line. He just missed his last 2, though. We'll see if he can fix that. He's a 68% free throw shooter, so statistically, he ought to make these both. First one is good. Gets a shooter's roll, and it's 49-38. Jackson with an 11-point lead, and looking like a team that will move to tomorrow and keep their state dreams alive. Brunner. That one no good. Hannah, that's off Andrew last. He tried to help the refs, but no.
Pretty clear there.
Archibald, yeah. I don't know if reffing is in your future, Andrew. You're not seeing things the way the officials do. Here's Green River down by 11 now. Archibald behind the back dribble and lost it. Oh, nice feed up ahead for Seb Brunner. What a pass by Carson Harlan.
And a pretty finish by Brunner.
Yeah. Carson just fed that ball out there. It looked like he was passing to nobody, but he put a soft touch on it. and Seb went and got it and put in the layup. So another timeout on the floor. We'll go with the score. Jackson 51, Green River 38. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Back to the action. Jackson Bronx trying to pull away from these pesky Green River Wolves and secure a 3rd victory over Green River this year. That's tough to do. Beat a team 3 times, but Jackson trying to do it. Caleb Lake hands off to Ivy. His 3 will not go. Rebound Seb Brunner. He gives it to Carson Harlan. What a pass by Carson earlier. He's had a really good game for Jackson. Harlan works it far side of Keelan. Keelan watched by Archibald swiping at the ball. Can't get it. Lake punches it away from Seb. That means Seb's allowed to go in the backcourt and get it. Brunner thought about penetrating, but that was just to draw attention. Gives it to Larson. Keelan thought about a 3. Now he'll walk around his man. He took a whole bunch of steps. No call. Hannah to Larson. Larson to Brunner. And right now, nobody at Jackson wants to shoot with 1:20 to go. They're content with burning clock here and trying to ice this one. Seb Brunner working on Archibald. Brunner, boy, putting on a dribbling clinic. Archibald pokes it free for a moment. Seb gets it back, and now a timeout. Hatfield, what's he want to say here? I mean, he's got to like the way his team is just possessing.
Took a minute, but they're finally kind of putting that foot down on the gas, and Jackson creating some separation.
Yeah, everybody on Jackson has picked up the intensity, as you noted, Elon, playing with a lot more energy and intensity, and to a man. Carson Harlan, Isaac Larson, Seth Brunner, Andrew Hanna, all of them playing with a lot more passion today.
Well, you have to. I mean, with that, this is it. You got to win this game. This is it.
70 seconds remaining in Green River's season. Jackson will move on to tomorrow's game as Gavin Keelan will inbounds to the backcourt to Seb Brunner. Brunner across the line, gets a screen from Hanna, but he's not in a hurry to go to the basket. Now a give and go with Hanna up and in. Andrew Hanna finishes there. We don't have stats at our disposal, but Hanna's having a game. 53-38. Caleb Lake with the ball now for Green River. It goes top to Archibald. Taryn Archibald, the junior star for this team. Trying to get free of Harlan, and a whistle. And did Carson reach in there? That wasn't much. Boy, the way they've let it go, I'm surprised that got whistled. Harlan will inbounds. It will be on Carson Harlan, his first. 42 seconds. Taryn Archibald with it now for Green River. Archibald, he's got a cutter, but he didn't see him, and now his shot well short. And scooped up by Jackson. Isaac Larson with it now. Full court pressure, no problem. As Jackson gets it up to Brunner to Keelan. Keelan not going to shoot it. Harlan, and they'll pass it around. Is Green River just going to let them run it? They are, and looks like Jackson will be happy to comply as this one all but over. You don't want to hang on to it for 5 seconds. Keelan got to do something with the ball. Now he'll dribble around, and with 8 seconds, time ticking away. Sportsmanship here as Hanna and hugs Case and Ivy. Now Hanna with a hug for Taryn Archibald, and this one is over. Both these teams showing respect on the floor there, and for Jackson, a sigh of relief as they finally get the bugaboo off their back. They have not looked good in this month of February, as you pointed out, and they didn't look great yesterday, but none of that matters. Big win for the Jackson Bronx now.
They'll get the losers of the Evanston Star Valley game. That game at 7:30 tonight, but Jackson will be in action at noon tomorrow.
All right. Well, we just have no time as we run games back to back to back, so we'll just get right out of here, and we'll wish you all good afternoon as we got to get on to more basketball. Final score once again: Jackson 53, Green River 38. The Bronx live another day. The girls are done, but what a season. It's been my pleasure. See you again tomorrow on mylocalradio.com. From Afton, Wyoming, for Elon Olive, I'm Jake Nichols for Jackson Hole Radio, wishing you a good afternoon.